Hello, YouTube family and friends. Welcome to my channel, Sean's Journeys. I'm starting a new blog on this channel outside of my other videos that I post. This new blog is concerning my recent diagnosis with generalized myasthenia gravis. Today is Saturday, July 20th, 2024. And this is my second attempt at this video. I recorded a video earlier this morning and it was over 30 minutes long and I just wasn't happy with it. So this is my second attempt at recording this video for you. Forgive my background. I'm sitting in my bed. You can see my CPAP mask and my pillow and stuff, but I didn't feel like going into my desk chair. I'm just relaxing in my bed right now. So all right, I want to kind of give you a little history leading up to my diagnosis. Earlier this year, I had started to feel more run down. And initially, I thought it was just because I worked two jobs. Now, I got my main day job, work as I'm a lead accounts payable specialist. So I work on a computer all day long at a desk. Then for my second job, I actually drive Uber in my local area. I live in Iowa, right on the Missouri, next to Omaha, Nebraska. We're all one big metropolitan area, and so I do a lot of driving for Uber. There's a high need around here, but yeah, I was getting tired. I have sleep apnea, as you can see my CPAP, and I had been sleeping well, even with using the CPAP. So I thought it was something to do with that, or in fact, I'm just working myself too hard between the two jobs. And I also have bradycardia. I'll just give you all my other medical issues real quick. I have sleep apnea. I have bradycardia, which is low heartbeat. I have non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which turned into liver cirrhosis. I was diagnosed with liver cirrhosis 4.5 years ago, which has resulted in me having an enlarged spleen. I have a small varices in my esophagus. Also, this year I was diagnosed with a slightly enlarged prostate. I have a mild thickening of my bladder wall, and I also have some kidney fluid retention underneath the kidney. I can't remember the technical term is for that. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff going on, folks. So I didn't know if just me starting to be more tired than usual, if it was any of that or not. I also was recently diagnosed about a month ago with hypothyroidism, or underactive thyroid. At least that's my primary doctor thinks it is. My blood level shows my TSH third generation just at the high mark of normal, but it's been a steady incline. A couple of years ago it was actually above normal, but that was at a different high mark for normal. Now the normal is a little bit higher mark, and I'm just right there. So, and with my bradycardia and some of my other issues, my doctor just went ahead and started me on medication for hypothyroidism. Uh, of course, thyroid issues could be part of the myasthenia gravis. So, but anyway, I started off trying to figure out what's going on, why I'm feeling so tired, what's causing my bradycardia. And so I went ahead and we did another sleep study because I was looking into possibly getting the Inspire medical device that they implant in you to replace your CPAP. I don't want to get too much into it, but so I did another sleep study for that to see if I qualify for that device, and my sleep study came back it's worse. That without the CPAP, I'm in I'm losing my words. So severe sleep apnea. That's I was looking for the word severe. I lose words sometimes. I don't know if it's brain fog or what. That could be liver cirrhosis related. I don't know. Could be I'm not sleeping well. But okay. So, but with CPAP, it's more control. But I still wake up. I can maybe sleep 3 hours before I start waking up all the time. So I'm not sleeping well. So and then also we wanted to check my heart out. So this last week I went ahead and did echo. stress test and I wore the Holter monitor, my heart's fine. My bradycardia for low heart rate and my fatigue is not heart related. But so about let me backtrack about a month ago. I was talking with my primary physician because I had to go to the ER because I started to develop a droop in my right eye. Got a little bit of a droop right now in my left eye, but it's not bad. Uh, right eye, right eye droop. And as you can see, my right eye is pointing inward a little bit. So I started to develop a droop. My whole right side was droopy. Uh, so they thought maybe I was having a stroke. So I had to go to the ER, emergency department, to make sure I wasn't having a stroke. And they did all their tests. They did a scan of my head and no stroke indications, no TIA, meaning stroke indications. So that was all fine. So that's when I followed up with my primary doctor the following week. And my primary doctor thought initially it was Bell's palsy, but I had done some research of my own, and I thought my symptoms fit more with myasthenia gravis. Uh, and But my doctor said, my primary doctor said, well, no, it's only, your droopiness is only happening in one eye. Yes, I'm also having blurred vision. I'm having double vision. My fatigue was getting worse. And so I thought, no, I wasn't arguing with her. And I like my primary doctor. I think she's really good. But I think a lot of your primary doctors just don't know enough about myasthenia gravis. And they tend to default to Bell's palsy. So she's like, okay, I think you have Bell's palsy and not myasthenia gravis. I can go ahead and get you a referral to see a neurologist, but no, they're really hard to get appointments to right now. So she said probably it'll be at least 6 months. I can also go ahead and do a blood test if you like to test for the antibodies for myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis. So and I was like, no, 6 month wait. I don't want to wait 6 months. So I said, I'm fine not referring me to a neurologist. Let's just do the blood work if you would to check to see if I have the antibodies for it. And she's like, that's great. She said, I'll go ahead and start you on a 7-day course treatment for the Bell's palsy, like a virus or something, because I think you have that. So I was like, that's fine. I'll go ahead and start that treatment if it is that. And she's like, okay, great. So they did. She went ahead and did a blood draw. Thank God she did a blood draw. I'm glad she listened to me and my concerns. You know you have a good doctor when they actually listen to you. And so, but it took about a week for the results to come back. And the results, I got the results on Monday, July 1st. The the nurse from my primary doctor's office called me up and she's like, we got your blood results back. And it does appear that you have the antibodies for the myasthenia gravis. The blood test to check for the antibodies, if it's negative, your count will be 0.4 or less. And my count was 26.6. So it was a high count for the antibodies. So she's like, we do think that you have myasthenia gravis. And with you having your symptoms of your droopy eyelid, your blurry and double vision, and keep in mind, I just had my annual eye exam and I was talking to them about my symptoms. And so they said, your eyes look fine. There's nothing wrong with your eyes. So my blurriness, double vision was not eye related itself. So that had to mean it was the muscle of the eyes, muscles that control the eyes. So the nurse was like, okay, we're with you being symptomatic and with your fatigue and your symptoms seem to be getting worse fast. If they were, we'll go ahead and call the neurologist office up ourselves to see if we can get you an appointment sooner rather than later. So that's great. Well, the next day, Tuesday, July 2nd, I got the call from the neurologist doctor's office, and she's like, well, we talked to your primary, and unfortunately we can't. The first appointment we have available is October 11th. It's like a little over 3 months away. I'm like, I don't want to wait that long. And I'm dealing with these symptoms. It's preventing me from working my second job because I can't drive Uber because the droopy eyelid, especially at the end of the day after I work my work day, my eyes are tired as it is, and makes my eyelids droop even more. So I lose my peripheral when I'm driving. So if I look over to the right, my iris kind of goes behind the eyelid, so it kind of blocks my peripheral from looking towards the right. Not to mention when my eyes get super tired. Here's another thing about it is it feels like it's a heavy blanket from your eyelid to your eyebrow. It gets really super heavy. Like if I try to relax my eyes, it feels I just feel the eyebrows dropping down, my eyelids dropping. It just feels like a heavy blanket. I'm just relaxing, and the neurologist told me it's because I'm straining to keep my eyelids open. And so when I'm straining to keep my eyelids open, I raise my eyebrows, and that's working the eyebrow muscles. And that's why it feels like that's why I'm getting that sensation of a heavy blanket. So, but anyway, so I was like, well, what can I do? So I can't even start any type of treatment. I can't get the official diagnosis of myasthenia gravis until I see a neurologist. So, like, whatever. I was really kind of depressed from that. Thankfully, though, the next day, July 3rd, my primary doctor's office must have talked with the neurologist's office, and they must have told them that they got me in on October 11th, and my primary doctor's office was not having it. It's like, no, it's an emergency. He's symptomatic. His symptoms are getting worse fast. Blood test came back positive, high count. You need to see him. So, thankfully, when my nurse from my primary office called me on Wednesday, she's like, "We talked further with your neurologist, and we think we got you in an appointment sooner than October." They said that they think they can squeeze you in on July 18th in the afternoon. But it's just penciled in right now because the person who does their actual scheduling, that makes it official, puts it on the calendar, is already off for the 4th of July holiday. So it was penciled in. They said, hopefully next week when that person is back, they can make it official. I said, great, thank you. Well, the following Monday after 4th of July, is July 8th, I got notified from my CHI chart, online chart from the hospital, stating that I have an appointment on July 18th. So it's official. And then Tuesday, the next day, July 9th, I actually got the call from the neurologist's office saying, okay, you have the appointment on July 18th. We were able to get you in. Like, thank you. So I just had to wait a few weeks to do that. So here's some pictures of me that I took along the way, starting from the day before I went to the ER doctor, then some other pictures, a couple of other pictures. I'm gonna put them right here.